official morning, guys.
Good morning.
We are currently at the little coffee spot that we like so much here in Medicine. I don't know what it's called. There's just a big bagel in the front of it, but they have like house brewed coffees, they have bagels, pastries, breakfast sandwiches, a ton of stuff. It's awesome. So this is like the spot to come to for a good cup of coffee. Don't get a cup of coffee at your hotel lobby or a gas station. This is so much better. Got the coffee.
Coffee snobs. Hashtag coffee snob.
Okay, as we mentioned yesterday, if you guys watched it, we had something really exciting planned for this morning. And we're about to do it right now. Look at how exciting it is! Look at! Are you pumped?
I'm pumped. We actually wanted to do this
2 years ago.
2 years ago when we came, but we opted for the tour of the rock formations,
which really I don't regret.
I'm glad we did it.
Because we came here for that time.
What we did last time was when we were on those boats, it was so freaking cold that we were both freezing. So we had our coffee, and
we brought a blanket.
We brought a blanket from the back of the Jeep, and we're huddled up under on the dock, under the blankets, waiting for our boat to leave. And everybody was so jealous. So we have no blanket today, but we do have coffee. So we're on the boat. We're gonna go out. We'll be on the boat about 2 hours at the lighthouse, and then we'll see some shipwreck. And she started talking to the break. That's about it.
Alright guys, it looks like we're going to go stern to bow, so we're going to see it over in this viewing well first. You guys are just going to have a couple second delay, you'll see everything. I'm going to squeeze in here between you two. Right there is the stern, right below us is about 6 feet down there. This hatch we're going over is the aft companionway. This would have led crew members below deck. Also would have sleeping quarters for 2 men.
I see a fish. A fish! Cool.
In front of the Grand Island East Channel Lighthouse. We'll tell you a little bit about that when we get in front of it. And then 10 minutes after that, we'll be out at the Herman H. Hutler. This particular one was constructed during the summer of 1867. The longest running keeper of it was George Pryor. He lived out here for 15 seasons with his wife. They had a total of 5 children.
Pretty shallow right here.
Just so gorgeous. The colors are so vibrant. You know?
It just, being here again makes me want to come back.
We will, but now it's like we're so close.
Yeah, like 4 hours.
Yeah, 4 hours. From Detroit it took us over 6.
But yeah, we had to go to Mom and Dad's.
On the left, you're going to see a very tall tree here, close to the shoreline. Dark branches, it's fanned out on top. It's a leafy tree. There's a big pile of brush towards the top of it. That's where their eagle's nest is located. They've been nesting here for about 7 or 8 years. We saw one of the young ones. The lake is 380 miles long. It has 2,200 miles of shoreline. They will collapse in on themselves. Hopefully not today. It's raining in this cave pretty much all the time. A good place to take pictures would be on the upper deck, towards the front of the boat. I'll end up spinning somewhat of a big circle in here. We'll spend a few minutes. Also, if you want to stay on the lower deck, you can come up You can go as far as the second step. Just don't go out on the bow. We want to keep you on the boat.
Alright guys, right here we're in about 16 feet of water is what we call the keelson. Underneath that keelson is a nice flat board and it's called the keel. And the keel is considered the first board laid when you're making any ship. Now right now we're looking at the bottom of the Hetler. Wow. The ones running alongside the big beam in the same direction are the sister keelsons. Underneath all of that, running in an opposite direction, are the ribs. Now you're going to start noticing some railroad track here. That's because the Hetler had an internal rail. This area right here of rail would have been bringing coal to the steam engine. Those big bolts right there, those are about 5 feet tall. They're huge. And this is where that steam engine would have sat. It was a 285 horsepower steam engine. Divers blew that up. There were 80-pound brass bearings down there that were pretty valuable to them. They wanted those instead. And the Hetler was built in a transitional period. So on top of that steam engine, it also had 3 sails on it. Over to the port side, and we're going to be looking at it on its side, and the port side is the left side, and it's going to be the front left side. The Hetler had 2 cabins, one in the front, one in the back, and this piece we're going to look at is actually a 200-foot long piece. The Hetler was 210 feet, so it's a pretty good chunk of ship we're going to be looking at. This little dip right here at the end is called the turn of the bilge. You got some exposed ribs right here, and that's where the Army Corps of Engineer would have placed some of those dynamite charges when they blew the Hetler off the reef. This is a pulley wheel. That's actually about a couple hundred pounds. It's about 3 feet across, and they use that to hoist cargo onto the Hetler. The Hetler could carry 1,100 tons of cargo and 1 million board feet of lumber in its hold, so it could carry a lot. These little circles are the port holes. There's 3 of them. This first one's the smaller one. That oval ring right there is a hawse eye. Dock line would have been fed through that. Another hawse eye right there. That little half moon metal shape right there is the anchor housing. Right there, that anchor is 8 feet tall, 5 feet wide, and is 2,500 pounds. It's huge. When that anchor swung out and hit that half moon shape anchor housing, when they hit the reef, and it broke that, it damaged it right there. The Hetler had 2 anchors. That one was actually salvaged. You guys might have noticed there's some blue paint on there. Divers salvaged it back in the day when people were still doing that, before 1980. Brought it to a home in Marquette County. The gentleman retired, moved down south, couldn't take that anchor with him, so he brought it back and put it exactly where he found it years prior. Now if you guys keep looking down, I'm going to point out some bluestone iron ore that's down there. It actually came from a ship called the Drake. Now the Drake hit that reef, started taking on water, had to get rid of some of its cargo, and it's still sitting down. There's some right there. So now the Drake didn't sink that night, it sank several years later. And they also say that that iron ore that's sitting down there is why the first mate of the Hetler made a back compass reading and hit the reef as well. You can tell we're in solid sandstone right now.